Hey, Keto Granny, and we're getting ready to start our little focus group session for the evening. Going to invite a few people, see if they're interested in joining. Let's see. Okay, so this evening we'll talk about carbohydrates. And if you're eating carbohydrates, basically, what are you saying? I like waiting to see if anybody's going to join in for this focus group today. And this is the 21-day Keto Granny Kickstart program. We're going to talk about what happens when you eat carbs. What happens when you eat carbs? We already know that when you're doing the ketogenic diet, you want to keep your carbohydrate intake as low as possible. They say keep it between 20 to 50 net grams, but I say keep it below 20 net grams. That works best for me. When I first started, I counted total carbs, and I kept the total carbs of between 20 to 50, and that helped me out a lot. So I usually feel a lot lower when it came to just tracking the 20 net carbs. So if that would help you, that's something that you could also do on the keto diet. When you eat carbs, you're basically saying that the junk food is depleted of vitamins and minerals. But if you're eating carbohydrates, then you're okay. You're okay with not burning fat. This is what you would basically be saying, that you're okay eating carbohydrates. Some people find it hard to not eat carbohydrates. I had that problem when I first started also on the ketogenic diet. It took me a while to adjust from taking sugar out of my diet because I kept going back and forth. But if you're determined, it's something that you can do. If you fall down, just get back up. One day this week, I had an episode where I ate a couple of cookies. So I had to suffer those consequences as far as eating those couple of cookies. What I did the next day was to have smoothies, some spinach smoothies. I continued my exercise regimen as I would normally do. Went to the gym and exercised for 30 minutes. I went to bed a little bit earlier that night. And I made sure that I had my vegetables. And that helps you to get back into ketosis a little bit faster. If you up your vegetables, add in some green smoothies, this will help you get back in ketosis a little bit faster. Also, when you're eating carbohydrates, you're basically telling yourself that you're willing to gain 1 or 2 pounds because you've lost your weight and you're in ketosis. But when you go back to eating glucose or eating sugar, your cells are going to fill back up with water again. It's going to hold glucose and it's going to hold water. So you can count on gaining at least 1 to 2 pounds when you add sugar back into your diet. Also, your sugar is going to spike because you've eaten sugar. It's going to go up and then it's going to drop. Once it drops, then you're going to have cravings again for the foods that you have worked so hard, not to eat. You're going to start having cravings again for if you had cookies or cake, you're going to start having cravings for those type of foods again. So that's why they say it's really not good, even if you're first starting the keto diet, to start making like the keto snacks, the keto cookies, the keto cakes, and different things. When you first start out, it's best to go cold turkey with that also. Now later on, as you progress through the diet, then I feel that it's okay to add those type of things back into your diet, but you have to make them where they're keto friendly. And you can find a lot of these keto friendly recipes on Pinterest. And then I post a lot in the groups also that I have. Okay. You're aware that the food that you're about to eat is going to contribute to placing fat around your liver also. Every time you eat sweets or you eat foods that you're not supposed to eat, you're contributing to fatty liver. So just please be aware of that as you decide, hey, I'm going to eat this junk food. I'm going to have these carbs. They may taste good at the moment. They may satisfy that craving at the moment. But if you worked so hard to get to that point, don't start taking steps backwards. If you need to have someone that will hold you accountable, find someone else in the group that you can, talk to, or, post questions, or you can even message me, and I would try to, help you hold yourself accountable. And at times I need to be held accountable, if I do things that I shouldn't do, then I call people. I have, we have a support group that used to meet, and I really miss that. We used to meet once a week. And we were a group of ladies, and we even had some gentlemen that joined us, but we would all get together and we would, have a keto meal, and we would talk about how we were progressing through the week. And that gave us all a little bit more encouragement, and also gave us a lot more tips to stay on point for the ketogenic diet. Now, when you're having junk food, you just have to know that they are deficient in vitamins and minerals. So you want to eat good whole foods on the ketogenic diet. I stress a lot the importance of vegetables. And some people think, hey, your plate, you're having too much food. If you notice what I eat a lot of vegetables. Vegetables are very, very important on this diet. It replenishes your electrolytes. It helps you with your mental clarity. I mean, vegetables are very, very important on the ketogenic diet. Also, if you decide that you want to go back to eating sugar, you're going to have to realize that one of the benefits you're going to lose is controlling the inflammation in your body. Once you start back eating sugar, all of that inflammation is going to come back. You're going to start having body aches and body pain again. So just be aware of that. And also be aware that sugar feeds cancer. Sugar feeds cancer. Cancer that's what it lives on. That's what it thrives on. So watch, watch the foods that you're buying in the grocery store and different things like that. Remember to read your labels. I don't know if anyone in the group, are you having any problems with cravings? Because that's something that I still have cravings. Like I said, when the grandkids come over, like right now in my kitchen, I have cookies. I have 3 different type of cookies because my husband, he likes to eat cookies too. So I ate some cookies. I ate a couple of lemon cookies yesterday, so that this morning when I got up, I knew I'd eat those cookies. So I really haven't had much of an appetite today. I got up this morning and I started my day with bulletproof coffee. And I had a cheese stick, and I had like some little pork rinds. I had to run out and run errands. Whenever I go out to run errands, I try to take something with me that's keto friendly, because unless you have somewhere that you can stop along the way and grab something. But I got a little snack bag of pork rinds, and I like to put a little hot sauce in there and shake them up. I took a cheese stick with me, and then I made my bulletproof coffee and took it with me in a container. And I use this, to satisfy my hunger while I'm out. So whenever you're going out, just make you some little snacks. Cut up some avocado. You can make you some little deli roll-ups with cream cheese, or there are a lot of little things that you can do to be successful if you're going out for the day. Or sometime me and my husband, if we want to go out, say for a meal, we'll go to Denny's, and they have this little meal called the senior citizen menu. And you can actually order a really good meal off of there with egg whites and vegetables, for your diet with bacon. And that's a really good treat, that you can have if you're going out. I found that to be, really filling. Looks like Diana's here and Roslyn. Good. Roslyn, I want to know how you're doing. How are you doing on the diet so far? Let's see. Hidden carbs. Let's talk a little bit about hidden carbs. Hidden carbs are, you can find read a lot of the labels. You're going to find a lot of hidden carbs and a lot of hidden sugars and everything. Sugars that you want to watch out for is going to be brown sugar. You want to watch out for agave, maple syrup, molasses, agave nectar, and brown rice sugar, brown rice syrup, dextrose, high fructose corn syrup. That's the main one that you really want to watch out for. That goes directly to your liver. The high fructose corn syrup, it's burned a little bit differently than the regular sugar is burned. Beans, they are mostly carbohydrates. So you have to, beans are not allowed on the ketogenic diet. I had someone ask about that. Starches, such as potatoes, yams, sweet potatoes, French fries, white rice, brown rice, quinoa. When I first started the ketogenic diet, I was using quinoa. I thought that quinoa was allowed on the keto diet, but it was not. So quinoa is not allowed on the ketogenic diet. Today, today I had a smoothie, green smoothie, and I had that mainly because I messed up with those cookies. And I made sure that I had put a lot of vegetables in there when I made it, a lot of the green vegetables, some blueberries, even added in some MCT oil to that. Let's see here. What else can I talk about? Fluid retention. Does anyone have problems with fluid retention in the group? I have problems with fluid retention. Exercise and walking, that helps me a lot. And I used to be a person, because I have high blood pressure, so I take high blood pressure medications, and my doctor used to limit my intake to salt. Since I've been on the ketogenic diet, I have increased my salt intake, but the type of salt that I mainly use is the Himalayan pink salt. And using this salt, it has given me a lot of benefits, because on this diet, you're losing electrolytes. So I usually replenish my electrolytes with the Himalayan pink salt. I put it in some of the foods that I cook, and I put it in the apple cider vinegar with the lemon juice that I drink every day. And also to that drink, sometimes I'll add in a little bit of ginger. I'll add in some, I know you're ready to eat carbs. We went to the store, I go to the store with Shara sometimes so that she can get her keto foods. And she keeps me laughing all the way through the store, because she's walking through the store talking about, I want carbs. I want to go down the pasta aisle, and we're just laughing. And I'll go down the aisle and I'll explain to her as we're going down the aisle what's good to eat and what's not good to eat, because She does have children. You do have people who do have children, other people living in the household. You can make keto-friendly dishes that the whole family can enjoy. And sometimes, most of the time, they don't even have to know it's keto. It could be a main dish or anything like that. Diana, I know you have no cravings. I get a lot of advice from Diana. She helps me a whole lot as far as she says here, no cravings here. I've limited my use of sweeteners and drink unsweetened coffee and tea, so no cravings for me. That's really, really great. I put the pink Himalayan sea salt in my coffee and in my lemon water. Yeah, that's really great. Then Shara, okay. So that's good. The Himalayan pink salt is really a good thing to use, in your water and different things, and in your coffee. Yes, that's good also. Now I found my sister found a keto coffee that she had posted on Instagram, and I went on there. She wanted me to go and look at it because I don't usually recommend a lot of what I want to say of products that they have out, because there was a keto coffee and I was going to try the coffee, but once after I started reading it, it really wasn't keto friendly, because it didn't have like Himalayan salt in it. It didn't have MCT oil or coconut oil. It had some other stuff in it. But this one really does seem to be good. I went on, I Googled it and I found it at Amazon. I believe it's called Whole 360 Foods. And it's a keto coffee, and it has the Himalayan pink salt. It's got MCT oil in it, and it had butter in it, I believe. And it was sweetened with the stevia leaf extract. I just knew it was going to have maltodextrin or something in there like it, but it did not. And so it's something that I would like to try. But the only problem with that is I don't really drink coffee. I use decaffeinated coffee. I wish they had it in decaffeinated. I could not find it in decaffeinated. If you have carb cravings, when I have cravings for carbs, I just up my fat intake. And by that I just mean I add extra olive oil to my salads, or, just add some extra fat in there, drink some broth, or, a little bit of MCT oil and, something that you're drinking, or over your salad. I put MCT oil over my salad also, with a little bit of, different salt, sea salt, or, I use a lot of different salts now that I'm doing the ketogenic diet. And the reason I figured out the reason that I'm able to use salt now that I'm on this diet is because my body is losing salt. It loses sodium rather than listening to electrolytes. So it loses sodium, and I have to replenish that. And so my blood pressure has been doing very well. Sometimes I wonder about it getting too low when I exercise, but that's a different story. So does anyone have any questions or any problems that they're having in the group? Shara, I'm so glad that you joined. Looks like there's 3 of us here. Let's see. I haven't been exercising a whole lot. I used to exercise every day, but I know that you don't have to exercise all the time on the ketogenic diet. A lot of people think that you do. It's something that I do because I tone. I like to tone as I go along. That helps a whole lot. Toning your body and conditioning your body as you're going along on the ketogenic diet. Because on this diet, you can have rapid weight loss, and you can lose weight too fast, or you can have a whole bunch of loose skin. Now I have loose skin, and I feel like now I'm working on losing a lot of the loose skin. I still have fat, but I have a lot of loose skin also. So I'm working on losing a lot of the loose skin also. I always talk about my bat wings. I always show them. But they're getting a little better. It's getting a little better. I work at it every day. I'm using weights and different things like that. Are there any problems, specific problems that you all are having? Like, that's my main problem. I always talk about my bad wings. So I exercise for that. I do exercise at least 3 to 4 times a week at the gym. Used to be daily. I add in exercise at home as far as listening to videos, and I'll do exercise videos. I have one exercise video that I have been doing that I haven't learned yet. I did it for the first time the other day, and I made a video of it. So I'm on there, just really jumping around, looking really, really crazy. And I'm going to do that video until I get it done perfectly. And I'm going to videotape it all along the way. And you're going to see me. I'm progressing from very, very bad to I'm going to get where I'm going to do that routine. And I believe the people that made the video, they're called Paul and Melissa. But it's real easy to follow, and I'll post it up in the group. So, if you're not going out exercising, you can exercise at home. You can get your exercise in at home. So on the days that I'm not going to the gym, I'm still getting some type of exercise at home because I'll do squats. I'll use my exercise bands or something. I'll get some type of exercise in. I have to do something. You can find ways to exercise. Squats. The easy way to learn to do squats, just get you a chair and just sit down in that chair and get up. Don't sit all the way down. Just touch it. Get back up. Touch it. Get back up. Okay. And then sometime what I have been doing, I've been doing the squats, and then I will stay down with the squats and then take my legs and then put them back and then do like some climbs and then come back in the squat position and stand up. I did that the other day and I thought I was really doing something. So that's why I mentioned that. Okay. Let me see here. The coffee does, it looks great. I asked my sister, she said that it's very, very smooth, that it's real smooth. So I know I'm going to try it because I do, I've had a couple of cups of coffee, but it's not something that I do on the regular. This says, I keep my fat intake high. I do too. I use MCT in my coffee and tea, and I use Evo in salads and on veggies. I have avocado every day and olives. Now, I do have the avocados, and I use olives. I just haven't been using olives a lot, but olives are a very good source of fat, very, very good source of fat. So I have olives. And I just found the Evo. I found that a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using the red pepper, and it is really good. It's really good. I always look at the like I say, the label on stuff. So there's a few things in there, that people say, oh, it's got maltodextrin and a little bit of things like that. But some of the things that you can use, and I refer to it as the little bit of touch of the dirty keto. If it has small amounts of some of that, you can use that if it works for you. Because I did notice the Evo that I had, it had like a little bit of soybean oil in it, I believe, and it was a couple other things in there, but it is very good, and it's not enough to throw you out of ketosis or to cause any concern about that. But I use the Evo, and I love that. I love that. I love that. I do. A lot of the dressings that I use, I must say, some of them, every now and then, I will buy some that are, how do I want to say, they're keto friendly, but they may have a little bit of something in it that I don't agree with. But it's never enough to kick me out of ketosis. I tell people, long as you're eating salads, if you're eating salads and vegetables, just put you whatever kind of dressing that you like on there. Just don't put a lot of it. Just get yourself to start eating the vegetables. And once you start eating the vegetables, then start cutting back on your dressings and using more keto friendly dressings. I know people, you like the honey mustard sauce. I used to use the regular sweet baby rays until I learned how to make a keto-friendly dressing. And on the keto-friendly dressing, I just take a couple of spoonfuls of mayonnaise and a little bit of mustard, mix it up, and then I just add a couple of squirts of stevia, and I mix it up, and then that's my honey mustard sauce. And I use it as a dressing or just however I want to use it. It's very satisfying to me. And Sharon said you have to exercise more. Yeah. As you progress on this diet, you can do exercises at home. Just find a video, a video that you can watch on YouTube or something like that, and you can exercise. You can do that exercise at home, or walking. Walking is excellent. If I don't feel like going to the gym, I'll go outside, walk up and down my stairs to go to the car for something. Just now I was going to go outside and hit the stairs and like do 10, go down 5 and up 5. I did 4. It was too cold out there. Diana, I have pins and knees and shoulders from exercise are moderate. Yes, yes. You don't want to hurt yourself exercising. But like I said, times that I don't feel like exercising, I feel like when I'm doing housework, that's exercise. So I always feel like I'm getting some type of exercise because I'm moving. Any type of movement is exercise. I have scoliosis in my back. And so sometimes I dread when it's time to go to bed because that's when I really hurt the most. I used to hurt just walking. I used to hurt even sitting. But since I've been on the keto diet and I've been exercising more, I've removed inflammation from my body so I don't have as many aches and pains. So, I feel a whole lot better. And I know it's because of the foods that I eat and the lifestyle that I'm living now, the ketogenic lifestyle. So that's why I try to make it a point that I want to spread this to everyone, because even as far as losing weight, I used to look at other people's stories and see how they lost 100 pounds and all of that. And I'd be thinking, my God, I got to lose close to 200 pounds. I got to lose 150, 160, 170 pounds really just to get down into the 150s and 160s. There's no way that I could do that. But then I found out about the keto diet, and this works. And you're not hungry. And if you're doing it right, you're going to have energy to go from one meal to the next. You just have to do it right. Food intaking has gotten a lot better. That's great. Yes, it is. That's great. So, like I said, if you fall off, just get back on. Anytime you fall off, just get back on. And you keep doing that, and you're going to make it a habit where you're going to stay on, because that's what you're going to do. They say it takes 21 days to form a habit. I say it takes 21 days to 90 days to form a habit, to make it a good habit. That's kind of why when I started this group, this is a group where we want to be in here encouraging one another, and actually doing things to lose weight, talking about things to losing weight, because I have problems with sometimes with chafing, with the loose skin that I have. And I have to use yeast creams. So, we can learn a lot of different things from each other in the group that can help us. I find salt in coffee takes the bitterness out. I had never really even noticed that. But I'm going to see. Great idea to make that mustard dressing your way. Yeah, because I was using it a lot. And not that the calories or anything were bothering me, but I knew that there had to be a way to make it more keto friendly. A lot of my friends tell me that I'm like the keto police. So then I've tried not to be like that so much. I've tried to get away from saying, hey, I don't eat that or different that's got this and that. I've added in, I guess you would call it, I was doing strict keto. I've added in more of the little bit touches of the dirty keto now sometimes. And that does make it a little bit easier as far as making some of the meals somewhat, but that's not something that I practice, because someone was asking about different ways. I use different things like some of the dressings, the gravies, different things like that is what I would use every now and then as far as the dirty keto goes. But that's information, you know, I don't give to people who are first starting. That's something that you can try a little bit later on. But when you're first starting, stick to strict keto for the best results. Yeah, productive exercise is housework and shopping. I like to do that too. Housework and shopping. Okay, so if you're having any problems, and I'm so glad that you all have joined me this evening. I had, yes, so glad that you all joined me in the group. Diana, Shara, Roslyn. I hope we can make it a much, I don't want to say it. Don't be afraid to post your questions. Don't be afraid to make comments, because we want to help one another in the group. We want to encourage one another and just share diet tips. We can share recipes, or, you know, just whatever is working for you, so that it could possibly work for someone else, you know, something that you're doing. Like the other day, I showed the different ways that I kind of tricked myself into my portion sizes by using saucers, you know, different things like that. So you can come up with different ways to help you be successful on the diet. I want to say thank you for joining me this evening. Again, if you have missed the the video session, the focus group session, I will post it in the group. And that way, you know, you'll have information as to what we discussed or what we talked about. And if you all have any suggestions as to what you want me to provide information on, just post it in the comments or post it below anywhere, and I'll get that information for you. We can discuss it. I want to start doing a book review. I see Miss Diana, she reads a lot of interesting books and has a lot of good information in it. And I have some books also that I would like to share with you, especially the beginners in the group. There's just, there are books that help me as far as making recipes when I first started. They give you information as far as the keto diet, how it started, what it involves, what to expect. So in the next session, I will tell you a little bit more about that. For tonight, everyone have a good night. And remember, it's very important to get plenty of sleep on the keto diet. Don't stay up so late. Anyway, everybody have a good night, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, I'll be posting things that I think interest you in the group, things that I think will help you in the group, because we each want to make progress, and the holidays is the worst part to get through. That's why I did this as a Keto Kickstart, because you can get a head start on it. Get a head start on it if you can. Usually at the beginning of the year, everybody's making New Year's resolutions as to losing weight. So we're just getting a head start on it. You're going to be ready. You're going to be up and running, and you're going to be a fat burning machine. Good night. Bye-bye.